Nemi, 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 Nemi. Hello, 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 hello. How you doing? I didn't know that you were here. I wasn't expecting you. How was your stream? You know, how was your stream, Nemi? Nemi-san. I didn't actually finish to say that I was streaming, so I will be doing it right now. Oh, you posted 9 things. Oh shit. I'm so dumb. I didn't see you. Hello. 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 Smell. 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 Penis. 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 Very well. I'm telling you, I'm saying the correct things, you know, the magical words to make you love me. You know, you have to understand it. It's all in the risk. Because it's not what you say. It's how you say it. Yeah. So oh, I guess you're not here anymore. Sorry. I will kiss you though. Anyways, I guess we should continue, you know? I love this. I love this. I like this game. Although I find it that it could have been a lot better. Okay. I did all this. I forget what... Someone killed someone and I'm not sure who. I don't remember. Where do I have to go? Where am I? Who am I? Oh, I have to go talk with Mr. Von Sanctus. Lord Von Sanctus? I have to say, it's kinda boring, because I already know that Von Sanctus killed him, because it only makes sense. Anyways, this is Von Sanctus' house. It'd be more appropriate to call it the building's a palace rather than a house. Oh, what's the smell? As you head further into the manor, you're hit with a very pungent and sour odor. It's almost burning the interior of your nostrils every time you inhale. Well, we are here. So you look around the manor and don't see anyone nearby. It looks like Lord Sanctus isn't home at the moment. Perhaps we should try looking somewhere else? Okay. Town Square? We mustn't let such an idealistic notion throw our nations into chaos. You're at the town square to see Lord Von Sanctus speaking to several spectators from a podium. Oh, there is Lord Von Sanctus. He appears to be giving some sort of speech. You do your best to remain hidden from his view while you listen to him. Please understand, the action of the nobility seems callous. However, we only have your best interest at heart. Your controversy with the Dracogen trading company is just one of the many examples. His so-called unions that men like him support makes him appealing. But they only obfuscate and hinder the nobility from protecting the working class. Man, reading this game, like the third out of this game, makes me think that whoever wrote this was very, very, very confused individual. Because I would believe a nobleman wouldn't try to be like so, like especially in an already very like structured place. I would believe Lord Von Sanctus will say shit like, you know, onions are just rabble rousings trying to get down. Lord Von Sanctus will just cut him down. It's so weird seeing such a humanist approach to the medieval era. Okay, men like Stephanie Dragogen are merely charlatans. They only seek financial gain by strong-arming your true benefactors. True benefactors? What a joke. I knew that Von Sanctus was wary of Dakroken, but I never expected him to be this jealous about getting rid of him. I think it's less about righteousness and specifically and more about what he represents. What do you mean? The Dragon Trading Company has presented tangible proof that its policies are both effective and profitable. Even businesses that have no affiliation with him have started following his example. Von Sanctus is merely a relic of the past. I think he knows that his archaic ideals won't survive this landscape. I can only hope that our Grand Kingdom recognizes this danger as I have. The pompous noble leaves the podium as the citizens ponder his words. What a lord of chaos. See, he's stupid. It's obvious that Von Sanctus knows his days are numbered. But look at what happened. We let a common folk set their own standards and a young man died. I guess you have a point there. This is like totally unbelievable. It appears to be heading back into his manor. Here we go. Anyway, we saw Von Sanctus getting back here. We should be able to speak with him soon. Nemi, can I call you? Can I call you? Well, Nemi, June is over. Back to the closet. Where they belong. Holy shit, I can't believe I said that. But even a noble like, yeah, you know what, yeah. No, I hated those emotes, you know, I hated them. I'm gonna call you, I'm gonna send you a message. Snip, 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 I love you. This is my... This is my emote. Oh. Why are you sad-frogging me? Is this what... That lady has boobs. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. She's Tyrion Cutberth. You mean like how you civilly embarrass... Why? Why don't you like Celeste McCoy? Right, you completely No. I'm sorry, Nemi. I have to ban you for that slander. Women shouldn't have breast reduction surgeries. The body is perfect. But their body is perfect as it is. As God intended. Like God intended them to be like gigantic. No. But you know what? I think that God sometimes misses its mark on perfection. God misses its marks on perfection, and you can't have a breast augmentation. It is, in my opinion, that you should strive to be more godly. Oh, hello, Billy. How are you doing? I'm putting my political platform like in display right now. You know, my great political platform. Nemi, I want to kidnap you and give you PTSD. Anyway, let's continue. Well, it's not as if we can hide our identities from him. I faced him in the chess tournament and I'm a Dracogen's attorney. He knows what we look like. What we look like? Wait, that's it. What? Illusion. What are you... Wow, that's quite impressive, Celeste. Right? I have been practicing that one. What are you talking about? I think you should see for yourself. The princess throws a nearby mirror in the hallway. Your London approach is just to... What exactly did Celeste do to you? What? Why do I look like Reese Rudolph? Looks great, right? Ares taught me that one. Do you honestly expect me to fall for this? He probably is a powerful mage. He will see right through it. Are you telling me that the crown prince is here? Why didn't you notify me sooner? You heard Von Santos shouting at his attendants from down the hallway. He seems to be quickly heading this way. Uh-oh. You might want to disguise yourself as well, Celeste. Don't encourage her. This is extremely illegal. Alright, look, you should just dispel this ridiculous disguise and... He's almost here. I can't think of anymore. I'm terribly sorry for keeping your highness awaiting. Lucio. What was that? What are you talking about? I could have sworn that I heard someone. I didn't hear anything either. You must be imagining things. Scaled Lord help us. Of all the people she could have chosen. At least she's able to mimic her voice well enough. Lady Stillwind, I wasn't expecting you until much later. Well, I do not answer to you. I shall do as I shall please. Yes, I suppose you have the habit of doing that. Surprisingly, it doesn't look like he's been through your disguise. He must have other things on his mind if his guard is down like this. Anyway, Lord Von Santos, pardon the abrupt interruption. I came here to pay my respects. I'm honored by your Majesty's presence. Unfortunately... Hello, Hitalo, how are you doing? How are you doing? How was your day? Today, you know... Oh, you know, today I read a lot about, like, Stalin. And holy shit, I don't like him. But you have to be amazed about how he won power. It's amazing, in a way. You know? The city of London is still there, being the center of economic... Stalin, yes, Stalin. You know, the guy with the mustache. You know, Stalin won power. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. Like, look at this. Stalin, before Lenin, Lenin took power, Lenin took power, he was like the major operator of the place, and then Trotsky was the leader of the Red Army. While there were the White Army, which was like the you know, the White Army, doesn't matter. Either way, once they started to gain power, and most of the political wings started to see that, well, the Red Army was actually a thing. The thing about the Red Army is that it was like an army without officers, and while the White Army was different. It was not an army with too many officers. Kind of fun in a way. Anyways, the Red Army gained power. And basically kicked all the White Army, and starting a lot of famines and shit like that. Anyway, Lenin took power with Trotsky as his like right-hand man, and then there was Stalin. Stalin was like this. He was going to be a priest, and he decided against it when the Bolsheviks started to gain power. And he was like, I don't remember what he was doing, but he was basically like the most. You know, social climber kind of person, because he was like a lowly like officer and started to enter the party, And once he got inside of the party, they saw like this bumbling fool like from Georgia, right? This like bumbling fool from Georgia. And they were like, what do we do with this guy? Oh, let's just start giving him like jobs that don't matter. Let's give him like the secretary of the... Let's give him the secretary. He's stupid. And so everyone like they gave him this the secretary powers. And so basically he was like the guy that chose what the people talked about, chose what people who the people could talk, chose who was the one that wrote down, chose what was written down after each conversation in you know, in their Soviets, their councils. He basically did that, and as Lenin was slowly like dying from fucking cancer or whatever he was dying of, he basically made like a cult of personality around Lenin, right? Like Lenin was Lenin was a horrible person, no doubt. But one thing that he didn't want was a cult of personality. He didn't want to be like the god or whatever, right? Well, Stalin started to gain like a lot of power, a lot of things, right? To the point that he had like his own like menagerie of people that were like helping him to get to power, while Trotsky was like, guys, I am very important and I'm like the best around here, so I'm probably going to be chosen by Lenin to be his successor. So go ahead, very well, go ahead. So like Trotsky, this guy was like getting like hot flares and getting like not epileptic shocks, but like he kind of like fell asleep from all the it's not narcolepsy. He was getting attacks. He was getting attacks. Oh, and now that I remember, Lenin was got like 3 or 4 heart attacks, and at some point he just fucking died. But anyways, Trotsky was like, yeah, I'm going to gain power, it doesn't matter, I'm going to be the leader of the Soviet Union. Right? And Stalin looked at him, grabbed him by the shoulders and said, Trotsky, my friend, you seem to be having a lot of stress happening to you, my friend. You know what? I have a good idea for you. You should go down there. Let's say, you should go to a place in Georgia, you know? No, wait. No, it's worse. You should go to Georgia. I know a place in Georgia. You can go and start shooting birds, and you are going to have the best time of your life. Yeah, da. And then Trotsky like was like, yeah, sure. And he went like down south and started to like shoot birds. And Stalin quickly talked with all his people, and he was like, you should make sure Trotsky never meets anyone, doesn't talk to anyone, doesn't receive letters or any kind of thing that something is happening outside. Lenin dies, and Stalin makes like this gigantic, like super gigantic, like parade of whatever in honor of Lenin. When Lenin was like, just cremate me, dude, just cremate me, and he made like this cult of personality around the like Lenin, which slowly shifted to him. And that's when he won power, this is the funniest shit. Like, the funniest shit. All the people that helped him get to power got purged. All the people that were helping Lenin to stay in power got purged. Like, the person that purged the person that were purged got purged. He basically killed everyone that was, like, around him at any moment. It's... Chef Kiss. And then, like, the thing is, Trotsky didn't have a fucking chance to get any kind of power. Like, he was too arrogant to do anything. To gain anything. He was too arrogant. No. This is much better. And you know, the best part is that at some point, like, Trotsky, like, there was a thing. Lenin, when he made the Soviet Union, he wanted to do a simple thing called international socialism, right? International socialism. He wanted to export socialism to like different parts of the world, like try to send money to like different like socialist parties in different parts of the world, because in the theory, every part of the world had to be socialist for socialism to work. On the other hand, Stalin wanted a different thing. He wanted national socialism. He wanted every kind of socialism to be inwards, and he wanted, instead of having like every part. Oh, by the way, it's called the USSR. Yeah, USSR, which means United Soviet Republics. The USSR. Yes. Yeah, United Soviet Socialist Republics. With an S, with an S. Because it was the United Socialist Republic of, like, Ukraine. You should check which ones, but every, like, little place had, like, a little republic. And the idea of Lenin was to have every Soviet, because Soviet means council, Soviet means council, so it's kind of like a council republic. That's the name of it. So every little country had its own Soviet republic. Anyways, what Stalin wanted was all the Soviets to be at a lower level than the Russian Soviet. The Russian Soviet should centralize all power over the other Soviets. Different from Lenin, different from Trotsky, which once Stalin gained power, basically Trotsky had to run away to Mexico. And Stalin followed him. Well, not exactly Stalin. And what he did was basically kill Trotsky by the back with like a pickaxe. The person that had to kill Trotsky. Like Trotsky was like in his study, and he was like doing whatever, and suddenly one of his friends came from behind and like struck him with a pickaxe. That's a very well-known thing about Trotsky. Anyways, Stalin, what I was saying, Trotsky. Anyway, Stalin grabbed like all the people and made what's called the show trials, right? The show trials were basically trials where this guy, which I don't know, or the Zelensky trials, I think it was the name of the guy, I don't remember. Anyways, the mock trials were like, they grabbed some like groups of people, they rehearsed the trials before and told and made him say what he had to say before the trial, and then they made the trial like public, and it was basically like a kangaroo court. They already knew everything. Anyways, they do the show trials, and it's basically like, you were with Trotsky plotting to overthrow Comrade Stalin in this hotel. We have the proof that you were in this hotel doing this. And you check like the thing, and the moment that they were saying that hotel existed was after the hotel like shut down, though, so it was impossible for Trotsky to be there planning anything. It was kind of like that all over. Oh, sorry, the man. I was talking about talking about Stalin, which I got to admit. I got to admit that Stalin is a very interesting character. He's a horrible monster, but holy shit, he fought the good fight to kill a lot of commies on the way to power. The Frosky. Anyways, I think I should continue a bit. I think I have been talking about Stalin for like half an hour now. Anyways, bashing my head against a War Thunder seal. I don't like. I don't know. I don't like War Thunder. I don't like co-op games. War Thunder. Well, the man. I will tell you this. You can stop. I stopped playing Dead by Daylight. You can stop playing that game. You can stop. I believe in you. Okay. Tubus is to show the hospitality to the ear of the heir. Heir. There you go. Heir of the throne. Oh, I wasn't. I suppose I have some time to speak with you. The conditions are ideal, but at least you have Von Sanctus here with you. You should let Prince Aster make small talk with him for a bit. After that, you can subtly bring up the Von Sanctus crest that you found in the vat. I found that? I heard about the charges you have brought out against the Dracogen Company. Forgive my bluntness, but it's everything well within your state? Oh, that. I'm simply cleaning house, nothing more. I have dealt with plenty of men like Dracogen before, and this time will be no different. I understand he may be taking business away from you, but does that really warrant your taking such drastic measures? It's not just about business. It's these ideas that are put in people's heads. He's allowed these unions to continue existing. Oh, look. And other businesses are following his example. It's absolutely absurd, as if the entire world has gone mad. I don't like this. Because at this point there should be like guilds. There should be like guilds killing the unions. Like there should be like giant like the grocer union going and killing everyone in the union for daring to stop working. Just contract some thugs on the corner street to beat the shit out of them. I see. Our society only functions when lower class knows their place. That's how our society functions. Then perhaps it's flawed. You're still pretty young, Prince Aster. That's a shed, I believe. No, that's a tank, yeah. The common folk do not care about the well-being of our kingdom as a whole. They only care about themselves individually. If we allow them to become empowered, they will use that power selfishly. It's up to the upper class to maintain order. I see. By the way, I'm surprised that you are representing Lord Von Sanctus, Lady Stillwind. Oh, right. What's he doing? It's already hard enough to maintain the rules. I knew that you recently became a prosecutor, but I never imagined that you represent a noble. Don't get ahead of yourself, Aster. What does that even mean? Let not be coy, Lady Stillwind. If you must know, your Majesty, House Stillwind, and I came to an arrangement. A fair lady is so keen on wasting her talents on a civil work. Given that, I imagine as well utilize her to my benefit. Do not speak to her like that. Oh, I meant no disrespect. Oh, what's happening? Okay, simple. Let me go to the pop. Okay, a few days ago, I believe 2 or 3, there was an accident in a factory. The accident, well, it seemed like an accident, but at first it seemed like an accident, at least. There was someone. Is that a homeless guy in a dress? No, that's a nobleman. Anyways, Lord Von Sanctus, I believe, killed a guy trying to make the unions look bad, or at least he killed a guy accidentally and is trying to make the unions look bad. Yes, that's here, Lord Von Sanctus. Have you seen the French, man? The French nobles? I think Lord Sanctus is trying to look like a French noble. From the 15th, 14th century? What's that hair? That's... I don't see anything weird with it, to be honest. But I do believe he's trying that Lord von Sanctus' dress is trying to look as much as you know, 14th, 15th century novel, and then it's after the Weaver Great that just looks like some fantasy novel. He looks gay. I do agree with that. French people used to be really look like. Give me one moment. Give me one moment. Give me one moment. Well, Napoleon was Corsican, so it doesn't count. Like, I do believe that the best, the thing I believe it looks the most is like a Louis XIV. No, he was not French. Doesn't count. Louis XIV looks a bit like... it's not Louis XIV. I have to admit that they missed the mark a bit on the dress. You're correct. You see? No, oh shit, no, this is Polish magnates. Well, why do I have a picture of Polish magnates? Okay, here we go. This one looks more like it. No, sorry, no, I don't agree with you. I'm sorry, he's in French. He's a Corsican, so he's more close to Italians. I can use this one. Unless... Let me see. Okay, here we go. Huh? I can't no longer like drop images on OBS. This is bullshit. Yeah, apparently I can't. Unless... No, I can't. I think things changed in OBS. I hate this. But yeah, let's just say that the French absolutists, the French, if you look for French, the 14th century French nobility, you will look at he dresses kinda like them. Anyways, it seems that Aster is collecting his own information. Okay, whatever. Anyways, as I was saying, this man who was like standing next to like a pot full of magic, fell on it and fucking died. He transformed into fucking nothing because magic like evaporated him. And they were trying to... And then this asshole over here started to say that Drakochen, the owner of the factory, and their unions were bullshit because they killed a man. So he was trying to like make sure, and then he sued Drakochen for doing whatever he was doing. Anyway, by the way, Lord von Sanctus, have you any of your attendants gone missing lately? That's another really specific question, but no, all of my attendants are accounted for. You don't see any dishonor, okay, but he could be unconsciously shielding himself from it. I must ask, why would you ask such a question? You see, I actually found a discarded trinket while walking around the city. I had the crest of House von Sanctus on it. I was worried that something unsavory might have happened to one of your people. Ah, I see. I suppose you must be on edge after what happened to your ship. However, items with the von Sanctus are quite common nowadays. Really? It's the item that you found must have been the product produced by Von Sanctus Industry. An item produced by Von Sanctus Industries? Can I present the thing? Oh, okay. So the Von Sanctus Crest is one of some of the items you produce on your company. Not just some of the items. The Von Sanctus Crest is engraved on every product created by Von Sanctus Industries. As a result, people have come to associate the quality of our products with the quality of House Von Sanctus. Or at least they did until the hacks like Dragon came out of the woodwork. So in other words, it's just branding. What type of product does Von Sanctus Industries produce? We used to produce magical accessories for mages, but now we produce all manners of products. As the head of the commerce of our kingdom, we have diversified our holdings. Oh. That means that the metal jar could have come from anything. It seems this line of questioning led to a dead end. I mean, it's really impossible to identify where the shard came from. Do you sell your products to the Dragogen Trading Company? Yes, of course I do. Despite my misgiving with Dragogen, I would be foolish for me if I didn't do business with him. That means that there are Von Sanctus products in the Arcane Refinery. You're called Von Sanctus Industries after all. That's true, the metal shard could have been from some sort of industrial tool. Just what are you implying, Lady Stillwind? A twinge of nervousness through the eye? Does he know something? Why would he get so defensive over the question like that? Was there a Von Sanctus product in the refinery on the night of the murder? She misspoke and said murder instead of accident. But that is evoking a reaction. Answer the question, Von. Celeste attempted to loudly slam on the tip of the cane on the ground, only to realize that her cane isn't actually real. She loses her balance and tips over a nearby base. The base shattered on the ground, creating quite a mess and broken shards on water. Lady Stillwind, are you okay? Lily immediately regains her balance and tries to act as if nothing happened. I'm not paying for that. Okay. Lord Von Sanctus completely loses his composure and recalls at the sight of the broken base. Construct, I require your assistance. Acknowledged. In response, Von Sanctus called an arcane construct walked out from a nearby closet. Better clean up this mess at once. He seems very disturbed by the mess. Huh. The construct begins to quickly pick up the shard of the broken base. You own an arcane construct? I do. Von Sanctus Industries is the inventor of the arcane construct after all. Right. You recall Celeste mentioned that. Would you like one? Your Highness, my apologies. I'm not very interested in using artificery. Suit yourself. In any case, I'm afraid Lady Stillwind must be taking her leave now. What? Remember, you said that you could only accompany me for 1 hour. It's close to being 1 hour, right, Lady Stillwind? What are you... Oh, right, 1 hour. Oh, that's because the spell only lasts 1 hour. Yes, I believe that's true. Ah, silly me. In the meantime, may I discuss some personal matters with you, Lord Von Sanctus? Of course, I'm at the disposal, Your Majesty. You raised a neighbor at the prince. It appears that he didn't come here just to help you. But you suppose that you've gotten all the information you could need from Von Sanctus. Time to move to the next lead. There's a next lead? That was embarrassing. Yeah, that was a bit too close for comfort. Well, at least no one saw through our disguises. Are you an attendant here? Please notify Lord Santos that The real Arya Stillwind walks through the front door of the manor just as you're about to exit. She immediately stops her in her tracks upon meeting her doppelganger. Aburio. With one spell, Stillwind dispels the illusion over you and Celeste. Upon seeing who you really are, she lets out an irritated sigh. Is it impersonating that Stillwind some kind of hobby for you, Mr. McCoy? She looks really angry this time. No, there was really a good reason for us doing this. Let me guess, you wanted to interrogate Von Sanctus without him knowing who you really were. No? Lying about your name is one thing, but impersonating a noble using magic is a serious crime. Tyrion, help me please. Are you seriously going to have a defend her in court again? You clearly try to think of a way to defuse this situation. Sorry for the wait, you two, and I had to discuss... Oh, Lady Stillwind. Great, according to us, Stillwind despises him. Knowing that he was part of this will just make him think things worse. Oh. I thought it was something like this. What? Oh, I see you have dispelled their disguises. You knew about this? As there stands between you and Selwyn, it seems that he's trying to calm her down. For better or for worse, her attention is firmly focused on him. I'm terribly sorry, I didn't mean to disrespect you. No, that's not why... Oh, Oh my god. You pulled this rule under my orders. Could you please look the other way just this once? Oh, okay. Thank you, Lady Selwyn, I won't forget this. Oh, she just smashed the keyboard. This is... Okay. I needed to go. Well, that was certainly something. I'm sorry you two had to see that. What? I said it before, she absolutely detests me. You saw it, didn't you? She could barely look me in the eye. Oh my god. In any case, we're starting to run out of time. We should head back to the refinery. But we still don't know where the metal shard came from. From what Von Sanctus told us, I don't think we can find out exactly where it came from. If each of Von Sanctus products has that crest, it could be any number of things. But hopefully, Darakohen can help us narrow the list down. If it did come from some kind of industrial toll, he might be able to check if any of the refinery tools are missing. Okay, Arcane Refinery. Hello again, Mr. Cutberth. I hope you got new news. Well, actually, it'll take some time to explain to Darakohen that you found during your investigation. You're still uncertain about the identity of the second victim. The metal shard on Von Sanctus' crest is your best lead right now. I see. With that said, do you have any tools that you have purchased from Von Sanctus Industries? I do. He personally sold me quite a few when I first arrived in the city. I even purchased the security system for the refinery building from him. Really, did you purchase anything else from him? Well, he also tried to sell me one of the arcane constructs. He told me I could be the first person in Aurinax to have such an innovative technology. But I turned him down. Really, but they seem so useful. I do feel comfortable trusting machines to handle their work here. These constructs require very specific instruction and they lack common sense. That's true, we saw how unreliable they could be during the Nightgrave case. He heavily emphasized how exclusive the deal would be for him. Looking back, he was probably trying to make me dependent on his service. Yeah, I guess you made the right choice by refusing his offer. Anyway, have any of the tools of Von Sanctus been reported missing? Because you actually asked me the same question, so I took some time to check my inventory. There's one tool that wasn't accounted for. Really, what kind of tool was it? A rod of mending. It was a large tool that we used to repair damage on the machine. Tool for repairs? How large was it? Quite large, actually. Called a rod, but it's more like a large cylindrical tool. Requires two people to properly carry and use it. Wait, a repair tool like that would use transmutation magic, right? That's right! What if the rod of mending was the thing that weakened the guardrail? Is that possible, Dragner? I suppose that is possible. Now that you mention it, I recall there have been a way to reverse the effects. You never even considered that the transmutation traces were left by an artificial tool. That does leave some suspicion from of Aster. Some could have soldiered the rail with the rod, and they might have thrown it into the vat to cover their tracks, but it didn't completely dissolve. That would mean that they threw the rod in close to when Justin fell off the walkway. It can be considered that these two events happened so close to each other. And we still have no idea who actually broke the guardrail. We didn't find a second body in the vat, and we don't have the evidence to prove a second victim ever existed. I feel as we have more questions than answers at the moment. We learned a few new facts about the case though, and the Inquisition has verified the traces of transmutation on the guardrail. The burden of proof is still on the prosecution to prove that Dragner is at fault. Even if Tilwyn has a proper explanation for that, he can counter her with the fact that we learned thus far. I just hope that the trial goes smoothly as you described. It rarely ever does, but knowing that would just nearly stress him out. Regardless, I appreciate the work that you have done so far. I leave things in your very capable hands. You just hope that you don't encounter any more curveballs tomorrow. Okay, curveballs. Let's go for the curveballs. Such animation. Court is now resumed for the trial of Stephanie Kragdgen. Let us review the proceeding from 2 days ago. At first, the fact of the case seemed very straightforward. The victim, Justin Wayne, Justin Wayne puts his weight on a poorly maintained guardrail on the refinery grounds. The guardrail broke, causing Justin Wayne to fall to his death. However, the defense presented a shocking evidence in the previous proceeding. Traces of transportation magic were found at the same broken guardrail. This new evidence implies the sabotage, if not outright foul play, played in the part of the death of the victim. This evidence is also accompanied by the conflicting testimony from the witness. All of these elements have thrown quite some doubt on the validity of the prosecution. Yes, however, the prosecution maintained that the Dragon Trading Company is at fault for Justin Wayne's death, even though someone may have sabotaged the guardrails. The prosecution acknowledged that the sabotage may have occurred at the scene of the incident. However, we also believe that there are several factors in this case that Court is overlooking. As we all know, several witnesses were present at the refinery at the time of the incident. The harbor master was showing a pattern around the refinery, Mosoka Tudor was making food delivery and entered the building. And of course, the victim, Justin Wayne, was obviously present as well. Each and every one of these people had no business being in the refinery last night. In that case, of the harbor master and his patron, it would be hardly reasonable for anyone to stop them. You doubt anyone would stand in the way of the crown priest. That may be, but Justin Wayne worked in the freight division and should not have been in the scene. I already clarified this with my client. The victim was not authorized to be in the refinery building. And who's stopping Justin Wayne from entering the area unauthorized? Isn't it the defendant's duty to prevent such individual from entering the building? My client can't be held responsible for just in breach of the set of protocols. And you surely can't hold my client responsible for someone sabotaging the guardrail. This so-called sabotage is only theoretically until a proper culprit is found. I may be completely with you, Miss Stillwind. After all, there's no hard evidence that proved that the traces from the were left by a specific spell. What kind of mental gymnastics is that? Every part of the guardrail that had a traces on it was rusted. They bring the contents of what happened to suit their purpose. Hard evidence means everything here, and the roll of mending has been reduced to shards in the vat. Without the complete rod, you can prove that someone used it to sabotage the guardrail. Regardless, it's not the responsibility of the Rock Trading Company to ensure that its employees do not wander into restricted areas. Blame the potential saboteur of the cart before the horses. It doesn't stop what's just in the Wayne either. Why was Mauricia Tudor able to enter the building? She doesn't have a work at the refinery, yet she was able to waltz into the building without any trouble. Actually, someone does have a point about Rika. Shouldn't something have stopped her from entering the area? You doubt that Dracohen would show that kind of negligence. If that's true, I believe that we should hear from Miss Tudor directly. Let's hear how easily she gained access to the refinery on the day of the incident. We have already anticipated that. Marika Tudor is prepared and ready to testify. Very well then. Bailiff, escort Miss Tudor to the stand. Miss Tudor, are you aware that you have been called here today? Yeah, I heard everything from the gallery. Then you have no problem answering the following question. Did you encounter resistance when you entered the refinery at the night of the incident? Witness, may I remind you that you are under oath to tell the court everything and you know? Failure to do is a crime. No one tried to stop me. So, sorry, Tyrion. You have nothing to apologize for, witness. The only one at fault is the Dragon Trading Company and their negligence. That's... For the record, to testify in detail about how you entered... Okay. Today I was looking for Justin in the freight area, but I couldn't find him. I decided to look at him in the refinery main building. There was some kind of magical door leading into it, but it was unlocked. Nothing really stopped me from entering the refinery building. On the court clearly said there was no safeguard preventing the witness from entering. The witness clearly stated that there was a magical door leading to the building. It was obviously some sort of security powered by the artificer. It was still unlocked and effectively useless. Damn it. There must be a way to prove that the unlocked door wasn't Dragon's fault. Okay. Actually, I know. No, but I need to find which one is it.
Objection!
Okay, so let me see. By the magical door, do you mean that it was a door powered by artificer? Yeah, it was a door like it's in my restaurant, but one looked more complex. Why would you or Dragon need a magical door anyways? The one in the cafe magical locks the shop when I close it up for the day. I guess the door of the refinery building was for the same thing. But that means that there was a mechanism to keep it unaddressed personal. Did you use a key to unlock the door, Miss Tudor? No, I didn't. As you can see from the report, Stephanie Dracogen was the only person capable of disabling the lock. This Mr. Drunk kept the door unlocked during the work hours. It means that the entire Draco had fallen out that the victim gained access. Wait, that's not what I meant. But that is what you implied. Unless you can prove that another person disabled the door, I can. Thank you. Now I can do it. Miss Stillwin, you claimed that my client expressed negligence by disabling the door. This was the reason why the security door was unlocked, and why the current witness was able to enter the building. That's correct. The claim negligence allowed unauthorized. The realization of his sabotage Stillwin died because he was in said unaddressed area. And what if I told you that another person may have disabled the door? Not because of laziness, but for more nefarious purposes. What are you talking about? If you recall, the witness entered the refinery building and spotted Justin Wayne afterward. This means that Justin Wayne entered the building before her. So that begs the question, how did Justin Wayne enter the building? The answer is obvious. He entered the same way the witness did, through the unlocked door. Not quite, Miss Carl. Since the trail began, we still haven't answered why Justin Wayne entered the refinery building in the first place. He entered the refinery with the intent of robbing my client's personal safe. I already told you, Tyrion. He would never do something like that. You feel a little guilty about insulting a dead man's name like that, but it's not. It's the only possibility that makes sense. I'm sorry, Rika, but are things about Justin that even you didn't know about. The truth is that he was deeply in debt to a crime lord named the Eye Taker. He was extremely desperate to wipe the debt as soon as he could. Crime lord? I won't ask how you came across this information, Mr. Cutberth. But what does this have to do with the disabled magic lock? Mr. Stillwin, Justin owned a set of tools that he used to pick and locks mundane and magical locks. The same refinery that planned to rob was located in the client's office with the refinery building. I have a witness who saw Justin retrieve some tools shortly before the night of the incident. He clearly had a plan to disable any lock that stood between him and the site. This means that it's entirely possible that Justin disabled the locked refinery door illegally. We're not actually going to bring them in, are we? Yeah, I'm kind of bluffing right now. You're basically assault one of them. We both assault him, Tyrion. He said that if it's absolute him of any guilt. Hold on a minute. You can't just accuse him like that when he can't defend himself. I'm sorry, Rika, but this delinquent friend told me about this plan. He didn't want to rob Dracogen, but he needed the gold to wipe away his debt. If Justin wasn't the one to disable the lock, that would mean leave only Dracogen. But there has to be an explanation where neither of them is guilty. I definitely believe it's in Justin, but the scenario where both Justin and Dracogen are innocent is too optimistic, if not impossible. But it's not as if you are entirely certain of what actually happened that day either. Alright, Rika, you know Justin better than I did. Let's assume that you are correct. Neither Justin nor Dracogen disabled the locks that day. How did either of you enter the refinery then? Well, someone must have disabled it before then. Wait, let me think through this. Plenty of people could have disabled the lock. Maybe one of the employees got lazy and forcibly broke it. They could have just was also that noble who was with Mr. Morrison. He's a mage and he could have used that magic to do it. I could have also been the one on the maintenance contracts. I saw one working in the machines. Maybe one of them broke the lock. I can barely even begin to point out all the issues with your theories, Mr. Sudor. If you recall, the entrance lock can only be disabled by Stephanic Dracogen. Even Mr. Cutberth theory makes more sense than your list of suspects. Ugh, she's right. It doesn't matter how many suspects she present. None of them have the credentials to disable the lock. So why do I feel like there's something wrong with her testimony? I can see it. I can see it. What's wrong? I got the I got the 1, 2, 3. Wait, that can't be right, can it? Rika, you said that you saw maintenance controls inside the refinery building. Are you sure that it was an arcane construct? Yeah, I have been keeping an eye on them in the Von Santos catalogs, but they're not available to the public yet. When you saw the arcane construct, what was it doing? I'm not exactly sure, but it looked like it was doing maintenance on the machines. Maintenance on the machines? It should have been there on the first place. What was it doing there? More importantly, who sent it there? Where are you going to with this? Arcane Control only perform the action they are ordered to do. A control and arcane refinery could only take orders from their administrator, Stephanie. Unless you want to imply that the control broke the lock on the door. I agree, a control owned by my client wouldn't have done that. But the arcane control is extremely rare and not available in the general public yet. Furthermore, they are the only produced and sold by Von Santos Industries. Thus, Von Santos personally sold several products to the Dracogen company. However, when offered the opportunity to purchase an arcane construct, my client turned him down. What? My client disliked the construct's flawed intelligence. He didn't want them to work in the refinery. He turned them down Lord Von Santos' offer in favor of utilizing human labor. Wait, then why did I see a construct there? Exactly. If my client did not own any constructs, why did the witness see one there? Or to phrase the question differently, who sent the construct there? Who? Why would anyone send an arcane construct into the refinery? First, let me consider the rarity of the arcane construct. They are highly experimental and not available to the public. With all these elements in mind, only one person in the city and areas could have done this. Wait, you can possibly mean... I do miss Stillwind. Okay. There we go. Only one individual could have done everything that I described. Lloyd Von Sanctus, the noble Lord of Orinax. You can't be serious. Are you accusing Lord Von Sanctus of illegally sending a construct into the arcane refinery? What possible reason could he have to do that? When Rika saw the construct, she said this was working on the machines. But the construct was sent by Von Sanctus. It didn't actually work for Dracogen. Wait, could that mean... When you saw the construct in the refinery, was it carrying anything? Yes, actually. It was carrying a large cylindrical machine, and it looked pretty heavy. Like it would normally need to be held by 2 people? Yeah, how do you know? It all makes sense now. Von Sanctus has been far too aggressive in pushing these charges. It wasn't because he was desperate to get rid of Dracogen. It was because he needed to corrupt what actually happened. You see, Your Honor, the tool that the witness saw in the construct carrying wasn't just a tool. It was a roll of mending. An artificial tool that channels transmutation magic. As in, magic that caused the weakened soldiers of the part of the refinery. No, are you seriously accusing... Your Honor, Lloyd Von Santos sent the country into arcane refinery to sabotage it. In other words, Lloyd Von Santos is responsible of the guardrail breaking. I think that's enough of you, you upstart commoner. Just really need to stop this guy from just barging into the stand. To be fair, who's going to stop a noble from a pillar family? I had enough of these blatant accusations. If you want to sling mud on my name, you will do it to me directly. Lord Volsatus, I would highly advise against doing this. Please, do you think I'm that fool Pierce? The defense theory is laughable, and I have several pieces of evidence that can easily prove my innocence. He's shitting himself. Very well. If the defense wishes to accuse you, I see no harm in allowing you to defend yourself. The court will very much like to hear your testimony on the matter. Okay, give me one moment. Give me one moment. I will be back. Sorry about that. Now I'm back. Ah, now I'm better. How you doing, Dread? I have to say, the cases of this game are kinda like obvious and easy to go. Anyway, I'm sure you have observed with the Night Grave trial, constructs are extremely prone to errors, and when completed a long list of tasks, according to the defense, the saboteurs stole a roll of mending and used it to sabotage a very specific section of the refinery. I would never trust a construct to discreetly and complete such an intricate set of tasks unsupervised. Before you ask, I was miles away from the refinery at the time of the accident. I have several associates who can confirm that alibi. Therefore, I had no way of observing this contrast from afar, nor did I have any way of communicating it. Makes too much sense. Which means he thought really well about his alibi, which makes him kinda like very, very fucking sus. How did they account for the construct's error-prone logic then? Okay, is it possible to order a construct to complete? I'm sure you probably observed with Night Grave's trial, the contract is extremely prone to error with completing long list of tasks. According to the saboteurs stole a roll of mending and used to sabotage a very specific section of the refinery. I would never trust a contract to discreetly complete such an intricate set of tasks unsupervised. Oh! Actually, no. There's a way. Consactus, you testified that there was no way for you to observe and communicate with the construct. Am I correct? Yes. I was at that meeting with Stillwind for the entire day. Anyone could have testified to the fact. I'm not disrupting you with so-called alibi, but not as airtight as you might think. What are you talking about? I was there at the meeting, Miss Cutberth. Lord von Santos may have been absent in mind, but he was there in physicality. Absent in mind? But his attention wasn't focused on the meeting, which means that his attention was somewhere else. I suppose you're correct, Mr. Stillwind, but I still have one question for Lord von Sanctus. What would that be? Are you able to cast send message spell? What? Mr. Stillwind, your client may have been physically at the meeting, but his attention was somewhere else, wasn't it? He had used the combination of spells to view the construct during the meeting, and he could have used send message spell to communicate with it over a large distance. I'm fine, just doing seed organization. But that's okay. If my claim is truly false, your claim should have no trouble disproving it with his spell compendium. Well... Von Sanctus? You appear to be hesitating, Von Sanctus. Can I assume that you do not know how to cast the send message? If so, that will punch a gigantic hole in your alibi. Elwin, you were there, weren't you? My attention was fully there. I need her to cover for me. The idea that I was communicating with the contrary is absurd. I'm afraid that I can't say that, Lord von Sanctus. Stillwind? I didn't find it odd. Your attention appeared to be elsewhere, despite the gravity of our discussion. And I seem to recall you speaking under your breath the entire time. I had always just assumed that you were muttering obscenities. But Mr. Cutberth explained that that's impossible. What are you saying? Are you obligated to defend me? I'm obligated to represent you to the best of my ability. I'm not obligated to force your alibi for you. You little... Lord Von Santos, I'm afraid that court needs an answer. Are you able to cast Send Message spell? Fine, I admit it, okay? I'm able to cast Send Message. But that still doesn't prove anything. You have him right where you want him. Now is your opportunity to deal with the final blow. So why do you feel so uneasy? There's still two details that don't sit well with you. When I looked at sea, was it what I saw that Justin had tumbled over the guardrail on the walkway? That's not Mr. Cutberth. How could both their testimony possibly be true? Different people. Luckily, I didn't need to prove the second person existed, but not having an explanation for Aster and Morrison's testimony still irks me. However, even if it's not a clean ending, there's only one way forward, and that's revealing Von Sanctus for the petty saboteur that he is. Why did you hesitate so long to answer my question, Von Sanctus? You know very well why I hesitated. Why would I wouldn't give you evidence? You clearly intend to use it against me. Regardless, this entirely disapproves your alibi. You could have communicated with your construct at the meeting. By that logic, I would be the mastermind behind every crime that occurs in Aurinax. Someone else could have sent that construct. That's some bullshit. Von Sanctus, you of all people should have known that the arcane constructs are not available to the public. When you attempt... Yeah, the bad Lloyd. You attempt to sell those contracts to Draconchen, you promise him that he will be the first merchant in Aurinax that will own one. But the refusal to offer that would leave you as the only owner of a contract in Aurinax. That's... Well, I admit that I may not have not been truthful when I made my sales pitch. So you're saying that you lied to my client? Oh, please. Every good businessman knows how to release the truth when making a sale. I have sold contracts to other individuals. If only it would be too dangerous to sell it to anyone else. If only. Frankly, Von Sanctus, I find it hard to believe. After the Nightingale trial, you must have been a lot more careful about who you sold your construct to. You only tried to sell your construct to Dracogen so that you could have controlled him. You wouldn't have done that otherwise. If that's so, then why don't you prove it? No, Von Sanctus, why don't you prove your statement? Show us any invoice that proves you made the sale to someone in Aurinax. Well, who you say that the saboteur lived in Aurinax when I met the sale? Are you serious? Aurinax is a trading hub. Plenty of people come and go from the city. The saboteur could be someone who secretly entered Aurinax. I already know that one. Von Sanctus might have been right under any other circumstances, but the Kingsguard locked down the city on the day that the accident occurred. No one except for the selected few individuals could have left or entered the city. And due to the gravity of the situation, the Kingsguard created a profile of everyone within the city. Why don't we cross-reference the course taken by the Kingsguard with the list of individuals who you have sold constructs to? But I suppose from your reaction that that list would come up completely empty. So why don't you admit your crimes, Von Sanctus? Or do I have to drag the evidence in the court myself? Wait, drag evidence in the court? Of course, how could I forget? What? Why don't you go ahead and do that, Mr. Cutberth? Bring in your so-called evidence. I don't know what the discovery is coming from, but we can easily detect the traces of divination and transmutation on the construct you own. Assuming the construct still exists, that is. Wait, that's right. If he used the construct to commit the crime like this, he would have definitely disposed of it by now. Even with the blockade, Aurinax is a gigantic city. With this Cyril, he could have hidden it anywhere on the city. It would be annealed hidden within the town of Kaisax. We still have the testimony of Marisoka Tudor, and I'm sure many of people saw the construct walking around the refinery. The common folk can hardly be trusted to recognize a complex artificery. Without the actual construct, all you have is several reliable witnesses. Tell me, Lady Stillwell, can I be convicted with such a serious charge with such an evidence? No, I suppose not. Damn it, he's seriously going to get away with this? No. Still have one card up your sleeve. If you could just find out where he disposed of the evidence, you might be able to direct the Inquisition there. Yeah, no, robots being used to kill people, it happened 2 times already. These robots are not reliable. But why isn't it working? The of course is a powerful tool, Tyrion. But that's twice now you have used the empowered eye to get out of a corner. If you can rely on that one tree, you'll never grow as an attorney. One day you'll find a window that the poor eye won't work on. Honestly, I can't believe you resort to accusation of manslaughter. What a cross underhanded tactic. But I suppose I would expect anything less from a charlatan like you. Damn it. Objection. What the hell are you doing? What? That look on your face, are you seriously giving up? I've seen you get out of plenty of situations like this. So why are you giving up this time? I'm sorry, sir, but I can't use my usual strategy. There's no way to find the evidence that we need. Seriously? There's always a way, Tyrion. If you use strategies that aren't working, then you just need to do something different. He's right. You don't need to see directly into his mind to get skill as an attorney. You may not be able to rely on the Eye of Horus this time, but you always been able to rely on the deductive reasoning. Well, it seems that you have no further question for me, and you clearly don't have a shred of physical evidence to support your claims. I think I'll be lying. I'm not quite done with you yet, Von Sanctus. Honestly, your desperation is almost pitiful. You should rely to learn to lose with dignity, Miss Cutberth. He's the last person you want to hear that from. Calm your mind and focus. You may not be able to read Von Sanctus' mind in the literal sense, but you can still extrapolate his plans and his actions. Let's explore my theory a little more and see for ourselves if there's no physical evidence. If you want to use a construct, you will have needed to maintain constant communication. So to prove that this communication occurred, we would have something that connects you to it. Said message can normally only target a person, but the king probably don't count as people for the purpose of that spell. What bits of evidence would that leave behind? Wait, what does the send message do? Send message. Cool, man. For the duration of the spell, the caster presents their voice to communicate with a target. Anyone with the... Oh, maybe this one? An archangel isn't a person, so you must have used an object attuned to your magic to communicate with it. Mr. Wynn, if we were able to find that object, would that tie the client to the sabotage? Hypothetically, yes. The Inquisition has divination magic, and they can use it to detect if an object is attuned to a specific mage. Good luck finding such evidence. If I didn't prevent this act, the remind would be anywhere in Arinax. I'm not sure about that, Von Sanctus. Let's look at this thing from your perspective. Why would you do the things that you did that day? knowing that will point us to where you ultimately hid the construct. Your intention was to sabotage the refinery without anyone finding out what you did. So how would you dispose of a construct and that unite item? Throw it into the vat. Just put it in the vat, obviously. Use the vat of volatile liquid. You suppose that makes sense. You found the remnants of the roll of mending in there too. But wouldn't that mean that the object is fully dissolved? Exactly, there will be no evidence of for you to find. That's not necessarily true. You threw the roll of mending into the vat, and that didn't fully dissolve. That work neutralized the liquid immediately after Justin fell into the vat. What the liquid would be rendered unsalvageable and useless. That would have cost Roger a small fortune. Unlike you, Von Sanctus, my client values the life of its worker over his profits. And because of that, the Inquisitor was able to find pieces of bone matter and the metal within the vat. Wait, the rod didn't fully dissolve. This means that it was thrown into the vat around the same time that Justin fell into the vat. You wouldn't have thrown the rod into the vat until after you were done with your sabotage. And if you wanted to destroy the rod, you would have destroyed all of the evidence that you needed to get rid of. Arcane Construct. You have also destroyed the Arcane Construct itself. That's ridiculous. It is still. Why aren't you? I told you before, didn't I? I would defend you the best of my ability, but I will not fabricate an alibi for you. You must have ordered the construct to throw itself into the vat to hide the evidence. A machine resembling a human threw itself into the vat. That meant that anyone looking at the hole could have seen this. That's it. The Arcane Cutter was the second person that Aster and Morrison saw fall into the vat. That's why we didn't find the organic matter from anyone other than Justin in there. The second body that Aster and Morrison saw was actually an Arcane Construct. How are you? Wait, Rika was sure that she saw Justin fall off the walkway. After she notified Aster and Morrison, they saw the construct break the guardrail and fall into the vat. Wouldn't that mean that the contract disposed itself after Justin Webb fell into the walkway? Why would you order it to do that? Because it never happened. Your logic is flawed. Ted is stressed out. Maybe you should try to use your empowered eye. No, you don't need it this time. You're so close to figuring this out, you can feel it. So think if he was observing the contract using the magic, he must have seen Justin fall. And for some reason, he reacted by sabotaging the guardrail. To look like an accident. Maybe the broken railway, the guardrail? No. Just in death, I'm stupid. And what magic from this game would you use if you could? I don't know. Not all magic. Like, there's not much magic that seems interesting in this game, to be honest. Some message seems interesting, but after a while you notice that it's basically like a cell phone. And what are you considering intentionally murdering the victim? Would I ever do that? Say it yourself, my goal was to sabotage. Committing murder would have brought the necessary attention to what they have done. But those contracts do have the habit of shoving people in their way. What if the contract pushed Justin out of the way, causing him to fall over the edge of the guardrail? Hey, didn't you see you? I was just walked past him. Acknowledged. What? Hey, watch it! Quit shoving me! Wait, oh! Holy crap, pull me up! I can't hold for much longer. What are you doing? What? Grab his arm and pull him up. Acknowledged. Ah, my hand! What the hell are you doing? Your grip is too tight. Stop that. Acknowledged. Wait, I can't... What a shitty thing. Holy shit. It may have been unintentional, but either way, you would have been at fault for Justin death, not my client. And if the control fell in after Justin, you attuned the mass somewhere in the neutralized liquid. No, it's even better than that. Constructs are made from a specific magical alloy, aren't they? I'm sure that with a few definitions, but we can identify the metal shards from the construct and your arcane focus. Each and every one of those pieces of evidence points directly to you, Von Sanctus. You petulant little upstart. And that's checkmate, Von Sanctus. Why don't you save us a little time, Von Sanctus? Admit to what you did. And while you're at it, drop your false allegation against my client. I have nothing to admit to, nor do I have anything to apologize for. Of course not, you're completely blameless, right? Do you think you have achieved victory here today? No, this isn't like you and Draken are absolutely deluded. Each and every breath you take will only throw Weaver Grade further into chaos. Talk about these commoners, as if they will have even a fraction of the power that you have. But it's still when you need to see the reason. The lack of awareness of the power they truly have. What? These people have infected you and His Majesty with these idealistic delusions. I implore you both that you see really what it is. No, Von Sanctus. The true reality is that people like you become threatened when we challenge your power. You all speak about the rights of the individual. You speak as if each and every one of you wouldn't stab each other in the back the moment that it benefits yourself. Yeah, you may hate the nobility. You may curse, scream, and blame us all for all our little problems. But the truth is that you need us, and you need us to directly lead you. You need us to maintain the fragile order that holds you peaceful life together. You talk about protecting the common folk from themselves. But the truth is that your action led to the death of an innocent man. That is the only truth that matters. The defense has no further question for the witness. He is dismissed. Very well. We did it again, Tyrion! And we caught another murder in the process. Yeah, we couldn't get this case officially dismissed today, but it's pretty much inevitable with the evidence that we brought in today. Actually, it probably won't even reach that point. I have advised Lord Shadow to drop the suit entirely. Word has already spread regarding the evidence that you brought forward. At this point, prolonging the trial would just harm the public images of even more. That's great, now you can build a case against him from Justin. But that's probably will be forced to recuse myself from any charges brought against him. What? Why? It's because you represented him in the suit, isn't it? It would be considered a conflict of interest to prosecute him yourself. Even though you're probably the only prosecutor that would convict him successfully. You're correct. As the head of one of the Pillar family, he has the justice system dancing in the palm of his hand. He will definitely be quietly and swiftly acquitted. I would have never agreed to represent him if I had known about this. I'm truly sorry. Damn it. He must have hit this plan all along. No, he is still going to get away with this. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Version. He may acquit it in the legal sense, but in the court of public opinions, it is a different thing entirely. What do you mean? You brought forward a mirror of evidence against him, and I'm sure everyone in the galley saw it too. Von Sanctus' power relies on the public image, and you quite handily tore down that facade. He may walk free, but his power and ideals have taken a great blow. But is that seriously all we can do? His action and reckless result in the death of Justin Wade. He should, yeah, his name, like, now makes a lot more sense. His name is Justin Way, like, he was just in the way. And there's not wrong, Mr. Cutberth, but someone must take the pictures that we can get. She's probably right. But there's the one thing that's nagging at me. Oh, and what was that? Why was your safe unlocked if nothing was stolen? If Justin had gotten into your safe, he would have taken your gold with him. it wouldn't be here. Consider that nothing is missing, I'd rather leave it at that. Really? Justin was a good man. I'd rather not taint any more, especially Morishuri's, cause... Right, she was pretty upset about your accusation. Nothing was taken, so no harm was done in that regard. I suppose so. But I can't help but wonder what actually happened. Doesn't make no damn sense to me. The kids also robbed the guy days ago. No one saw him. No one even suspected him. But he breaks into the place again? Oh. Also, he could put that back to the stolen god? That didn't make any sense to you, Aris. Because he's felt remorse for his action, father. Not everyone can betray the people that they love so easily. If that's true, I feel that there is a sense of tragedy, beauty in all of that. If he had never tried to do the right thing, he will never encounter the contract in the first place. He would have paid his debt and he would still have his life. It's true what they say. No good deed goes unpunished. It's a shame that the goal, though. I think we more than made a profit today. I, for one, am happy to have claimed a bottle of tights today. Tights? There's 3 more cases. 2 more cases, I mean. Let's start with number 4. Up until now, we have been following the story of Tyrion Cutberth. We have experienced the world through his eyes, and we fought the society through his soul. But this time, why don't we start from the perspective of another? Okay. Fine, sure. Ruby Timur, I can't believe Cutberth read the client's mind without asking. It's starting to become a problem. He's become more and more reckless each passing. I wish Frey was still alive. She would know what to do. She made a lot so effortlessly. He loved her. Would he have listened to her if she was still alive? Something to matter, Timora? No, I was just thinking about something. Well, the trial is about to begin. I don't doubt your ability, but I still appreciate that if you remain focused. All of our futures are at stake after all. Of course, Miss Frega. Beatrice takes a deep breath before she clasps her hands together. What's wrong? No, nothing. It's just the riddle that I used to call myself. Right, I almost forgot about that. But more importantly, what are you doing here? My father sent me to guide Beatrice through the courthouse. It's a new environment for her, and we are both worried about her condition. I still can't believe that you were the boss daughters in this entire time. Why didn't you say anything at the academy? Oh, I know you might trade. Knowing my trade entry wouldn't have caused a friction with your son, wouldn't it? That's not my... Anyways, I suppose I understand why you're staying quiet. I still don't appreciate being kept in the dark about this. Oh, speak of the devil. We spot Cuthbert and McCoy walking to the courtroom with the other members of the gallery. McCoy spots you and gives you a friendly yet awkward smile. However, Cuthbert ignores you entirely and walks silently to the courthouse. Parental troubles? We had an argument earlier, it's nothing to worry about. If you say so. You're worried about what they saw in Beatrice's mind, though. He's always been a good kid, but his idealistic sense of justice clouds his judgment sometimes. I just hope that he's not planning to do anything reckless. The trial is about to begin. Do you really have the time to be making small talk here? Prosecutors still will appreciate the 3 of you. But she appears to be accompanied by someone else. Nightgrave? Is that you? What are you doing here? Well, he's accompanying me as an aide for this case. I see, so I assume you will be prosecuted? Of course, I would never pass the opportunity to face the famous Ruby Timora. But if I recall correctly, you haven't even beaten Tyrion once so far. Miss Stillwin, don't strain yourself. Well, what's that look, Beatrice? You almost look surprised to see me here. Considering the circumstances, I thought you might recuse yourself. I am more than capable of being objective, especially for a case that is of this much importance. Well, I hope you mind as strong as you think it is. Tilwyn, please calm down. Oh, I love a good reunion. Okay, let's see what this is. I don't even know who died. Okay, the court is now in session for the trial of Beatrice Fraga. Okay, I know that Fraga did something. Fine. Miss Tilwyn, is the prosecution ready? Miss Tilwyn? Oh, right. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is also ready, Your Honor. Something is soft about her today. Wait, actually, I could be. Do I have... No, I have nothing. Particular Stillman, would you please list the charges? Your Honor, the defendant is charged with the first-degree murder and grand theft. As many you know, Beatrice Frega is former missing daughter of the now late William Frega. And the victim of the murder is William Frega himself. Yes, I'm well aware of that. The people of Whitegrave will certainly mourn the loss of House Frega's head. Please, the only people mourning him are the banking house's shareholders. But anyway, did you also say that the defendant is accused of grand theft? Yes, Your Honor. The crimes took place during the Lord's Ball, an event that was hosted in the Frega Manor yesterday evening. The Heralds of Fall of History had a gallery displayed with the manor. They were showcasing several magical art donated to the Whitegrave. One of the items was the sword spell eating, a magical artifact that allows the wielder to nullify magical effects. We the prosecutor believe that the defendant stole this item. And then used to nullify magic. Okay. The victim to strike, he attacked the victim and slashed the throat open, using a letter opener. He died of blood loss shortly after. Okay. William Frey and his daughter are not close. Saying that they had a strained relation would be an understatement. Give me 1 second. About 5 years. You good? Yes, I'm good, sorry. In fact, 5 years prior to the murder, Beatrice abandoned her house. She went into hiding and did not contact the father of her family. Her whereabouts were unknown, and still she suddenly contacted her father a week ago. My client left Frega house because of her toxic relationship with her father. She wanted to take care of a life for herself that was free of his influence and abuse. I won't disagree with your claims, but it just highlights how desperate the defendant must have been. She had clearly fallen in hard times and brought in contact with her for financial aid. I can't possibly understand why you would schedule this meeting during the Lord's Ball. But nevertheless, the witness did see her that night. And this same witness saw this terminal of her father's death in anger. Her must have refused the request of gold, so she decided to murder him and claim the inheritance. Luckily, we prepared for this in advance. Yes, they're playing right into our hands. What are you saying is all conjecture, Skillwind. You don't have any evidence that money that confirms that they spoke about. So I'm well aware that you and your client have refused to tell us what was discussed during the meeting. But as long as you both still silent, my claims are plausible. But honest, do you seriously think that my client committed these crimes in spite of her condition? What do you mean, Miss Timora? Why don't you tell him, Miss Stillwin? Tell him the court my client's disability. Your Honor, Beatrice Freya is considered legally disabled because, however, legally disabled. That's a common way to put it, Stillwind. My client isn't just legally disabled. He's completely blind. Oh. Completely blind? Is that true? We have several medical documents and testimony from several Cherokhians attesting to that fact. My client is unable to see anything. Wait, is the meaning of this, Miss Stillwind? Do you have threatened to let a blind woman perform any of the acts you're accusing her of? Glad you also see how ridiculous these claims are, Your Honor. If the court would let me elaborate, Stillwind, the prosecution's first charge is grand theft. My client would have needed to break into the magical secure display case. Performing such an act would be a difficult task for someone which less my client. And the second charge is first-degree murder. My client would have needed to use a sword spell eating on the lock link to the victim's rutari. Then he would have needed to grab the letter open, overpower the victim, and deliver a precise fatal blow to the victim's neck. Does any of that sound reasonable theory, Your Honor? I'm completely agree with Miss Timora. It all sounds like quite ludicrous, to be perfectly honest. The Stillwinds are clearly just attacking the Fraga, now that their head is deceased. Objection! Enough! Your Honor, the court has not seen the evidence that supports this case, nor have you listened to the accusation and testimony regarding the investigation. If you have done so, you are in no position to pass judgment. Very well, Mr. Wynn, I suppose you have a point. Frankly, surprised that Stewin even went through with this. It's only a matter of time before the judge sees things your way. To begin, the prosecutor would like to call Commander Orim White to stand. Orim White? Oh yeah. Right. We didn't want to cause panic after the sword was stolen, so we activated the manor's silent security system. It puts an anti-magic field over the entire manor. We then searched for the house, and we found the stolen sword at the defendant's bedroom. It did look like she was going to run, and Crown's Prince asked her told us to stand down, so we just kept close to it. William Frog was in the bad mood at the time, so he had already locked himself inside his study. But an hour, we entered the study and found him lying on a pool of blood. The lock was still engaged and no one was teleported in. The perp must disable the lock using the sort of spillage. We have testimony that said that the defendant was actually in serious debt. Blah blah blah. Let me at least finish this fast. Wait, doesn't the sword make the wielder immune to magical effects? An anti-magic field should only disempower everyone except the thief. Yeah, well, I didn't know that the second sword will do until after the investigation. Upon then, we thought it was just a dusty old article. Oh. This room was unexpected. Is magic a cowardly way of fighting? Well, I don't think so. I think that if you can use any kind of weapon to win a fight, it isn't cowardly once you win. Unless, like, just have super magic and you're not fighting anyone with super magic. I believe so. Okay, one could hardly expect an ancient artifact to have magical capabilities. Anyway, what did you do after the theft, Commander? Okay, what evidence do I have? Let me check. Uh. Okay. Okay, we search the house. Well, depends how you use, like, how your setting does magic. I myself prefer when the setting does magic like wild magic, and everything is kind of like fucked up because you cast a spell and suddenly your finger turns into like a giant finger, and then it goes back. Like I like my share of wild magic. Oh. Yeah. I think my mind can work right now. I think I stream very little today, right? Yeah, no, I fucking stream really little. Fuck. And I don't feel I can continue. I think I am very sleepy today. I could like sleep 10 minutes and then continue, maybe. What single class? Oh, to silence mages. I guess so. Because although the best silence, the best class. Oh, okay. The best class to silence mages is fighter, and you just fight the shit out of them and beat the shit out of them, and they can cast spells. You know, you can cut spells without your hands, you can cut spells without your tongue. So remove any of them and you're done. Okay, let's go back. It looked like she was going to run. The crown priest asked her to stand down, so we just got another. Fred was in a bad mood that night, so he had already locked himself inside the study room. But an hour later, we entered and found him lying on the pool of blood. Ugh. Let me see the thing about the inheritance.
Objection.
The best defense against a mage, it's a mage with a broken hand. The best defense against a mage, it's a mage with 2 broken hands. The best defense against a mage is grabbing his throat and making him unable to cast one of those shitty voice only spells. There you go. That's me. Okay. The best defense against a mage, mana shields. Well, when you don't have a mana shield, the best defense against a mage is just fucking them up before they get to level 6. You know, your prosecution case against my client is filled with holes. And the prosecution proposed the motive is the largest among them. What do you think, Miss Timora? For all elements of the case, the motive is more believable. Your client look has just gained into our inheritance. That may be. But that's assuming my client had anything to inherit at all. What? You know, my client fled from the psychological abusive power 5 years ago. How do you think he would have reacted? Lord Frega was petty and vindictive man. Do you honestly think that he would leave inheritance to someone who disobeyed him so aggressively? No, he would not. He would know. Defense, the best defense is very smelly offensive smell. So they don't get near you. Smelly, homeless. Ah yes, we're already well aware of this. The moment she slams her king down, you notice the prosecutor wins a little. But she quickly hides regret composure. On the night of the murder, the victim made a decision to desecrate the defendant. However, his murder deprived him of the opportunity to submit his will to the attorney. This is only for the defendant motive. She will have needed to act quickly, lest her father to meet the child's will. I'm afraid you're mistaken, Stillwind. William Frega didn't desecrate my client that night. He desecrated my client 5 years ago. I have witnessed testimony from Miss Frega, William's youngest daughter. By her own admission, her father desecrated my client shortly after she fled the household. What? She never brought that up during questioning. Perhaps she's not as amicable as you thought. If you don't believe me, why don't we call her to the stand and ask her ourselves? What are you playing, Miss Timora? I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, it's clear we won't get anywhere until we hear from Miriam directly. Please call Miriam Frega to the stand. Miriam, is the offense correct? Did your father disinherit Beatrice 5 years ago? Yes. Then you didn't think it was necessary to share this information with me? Well, you never asked. I recognize you also were tight-lipped during the questioning this morning. Are you trying to quiet for your sister's sake? This witness just lost her father. You can hardly expect her to recall every detail that's relevant to this case. Which raises more concerning questions. How did you extract this information? Who knows, maybe I have some way with people. In any case, Miriam, please testify to the court about how you found about the Beatrice disinheritas. Yes, of course. One day we all woke up and discovered that Beatrice had fled from home. These are not for us, and in it she renounced her name and denounces my family. My father was called me sister. Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah, no, I just fell asleep. Yeah, I think I'm going to go to sleep. I just fell asleep while looking around. Yeah, today I'm a bit sorry guys, I'm a bit tired. I guess it's a short stream. We got to the 2-hour mark, so it's okay. We got at least to there. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I will tell you the truth. Friday nights. Yeah, Friday nights have been more difficult to stream. I don't know. I used to stream like from 11 p.m. to 5 in the morning back in the past, but right now streaming has become too difficult for me. I can't stream as I used to. Maybe I should try it. Yeah, maybe someday I will try to stream in the midday, you know? Don't worry, man. You will find a distraction. Don't worry. Thank you for coming and everyone for coming. Oh, accidentally pressed something. Anyways, I'm sorry. You will have to play War Thunder. What the fuck is this? Oh, look. What's this? Oh, look. It's a manga. Oh, what interesting thing that appeared on the corner of my screen. Maybe something that can distract you. There, maybe. Look, something you can read. It's a very interesting romance comedy manga. That you could read it. Hint. Also today, what's his name? Death Knight. Death Knight Gunther ended, so you can read that one too. I really recommend This one if you want some romance comedy manga, and Death Knight Gunther if you want something like Berserk, you know? Anyways, I guess you're going back to War Thunder. See you later.